Hello everybody, this is an Evie game that I'm breaking down and going over my successes and fails to give you some ideas on learning and some ideas of how to play the champion. But here's my build first of all. It's all built around the blink, the teleport ability, healing 300 each time you blink. The second one, a big one, wormhole, means that you can blink back to where you were blinking from, and it's within 2 seconds. I find that's fine on the first level. And the range of the blink is increased by 100%, so I basically blink twice as far. The other two are a bit of like a stand-in ice block cooldown of 1 second. It's just nice to have. And then some heal when you use the ice block as well. Just extra heal on top of that teleport. And so when I started the game, I started off as an Androxus, and I was sort of asserting my dominance as the flanker so everybody else could build around it because I wanted to play a flanker at that time. But I saw that our whole team was going to go direct damage, and at the last second I was like, well actually I really need to play something with area damage just to mix it up so they don't buy Haven to counter us completely. So I thought Evie would work here. And luckily we can see two characters on there that we can easily take on and cause a lot of havoc, and that is Canessa and Charlene, the two very squishy sniping type of hero, of champions even. And yeah, so let's start off. We're on Serpent Beach, one of the maps I know quite well. And I have a lot of games where I'm really frustrated playing against an Evie because they can cause so much havoc, and especially when your whole team is the rest of their whole team is basically direct damage. You won't be getting blast shields to counter the Evie, so you're always taking a risk. So the Evie's doing full damage to you all the time, and that's 900 damage every hit. I'm actually looking at the items there, and it makes sense to buy a Haven because they are all direct damage. So basically I'll reduce 10% of all the damage I receive in the game pretty much, apart from a few of the alternate abilities. I'm not actually sure if they do have any blast damage at all. I think, yeah, it's not. They don't actually have any blast damage on their team. So actually wait a second, the Sky's ulti might be blast damage, but everything else is pretty much counted. 10% reduction in damage, that's pretty big, and at level 1 as well. And we're going to go right to the left flank and try and flank around, but I just see there's two snipers waiting for me. But that also means that it's going to be easy. I used my F to get up there first of all because I didn't want to use my blink because I wanted to save the heal, and the Canessa was easily down. She didn't actually move away. She could have teleported away perhaps to try and get away from that. And I'm going back to search for the Charlene. I shoot at the illusion, and I know that they've gone backwards, so that's why I turned around directly behind where I saw the illusion was, the Mirage even, and that was another easy pick off. And this is where we're in our element. And I've come around now, tried to take out the totem to stop the healing, but was able to help with the kill there. Didn't get the kill myself, and then Canessa just hit me, and that was very dangerous. I've gone into the ice block. I've got to be careful. I sometimes stay in there for a little bit more healing. It's quite hard to judge when somebody's going to come out, so you can still surprise them and use teleport to get away. And we got the Sky there as well. We were basically just shooting where we thought they were. We didn't know exactly, so we had to have a bit of a guess. Maybe a bit of a kill steal there, but there's not really such thing as kill steals here. I took out the totem again, so there was no healing, and but I just saw that he put on his basically his invulnerability, and I didn't want to deal with that. I thought that the Makoa could have grabbed me and killed me if I wasn't careful. I was just staying here. I took the healing from the totem. What the Makoa is doing and such low health coming around that corner, I don't know. And now I've got the Canessa and the Charlene to take on. But there's a lot of fire, so I decided to get away with my F. I normally use F to go upwards, like basically straight upwards and drop down, but sometimes it's just an extra bit of mobility that you have. And my blink's actually on cooldown pretty quickly. It's like 4 seconds, so I'm using that all the time. I actually noticed the Canessa was firing down. I was able to get them, and then just try and harass basically. I was trying to see if anyone was coming out of the spawn room that could shoot off of the horse, but there wasn't. And then I saw the Grok was pulled across, and I was going to chase that Makoa to the ends of the earth. And again, I get out there pretty quickly. I'm not staying there very long, and I want to get the high ground and really harass everything I can. And these are just pot shots at the spawn room to knock people off the horse and everything, but I actually got the Canessa there. And now again we're fighting the Charlene. The illusion caught us offhand there, but I tried to shoot behind it, but missed where exactly he was. But still pretty much did almost all of their damage, their health down, so we were able to kill with the barrack the other two guys on the point. Quite a smooth round that one for 2 points. And yeah, you've just got to, this is another tip, give a bit of positive reinforcement to your team, so a good job can always go quite far. And anyway, let's see, we just picked up the second level in Haven, so that's another 10% on top, so 20% reduction of damage on everything that comes out this game. Actually, thinking about it, maybe Kinesa's mines do area damage, but not a lot. It's a very small amount of damage. And we're just wanting to go again and flank and see if we can kill those snipers and basically get some easy kills for this Evie. And the last time actually when we came out of the gates we missed the jump there, but this time we got it, and we're just dodging and weaving for the Charlene. I don't know how they got there quite quickly. Maybe it's just because they're quite far back. This is actually really dangerous because the Kinessa could have easily killed me then. I was actually being a bit silly. And yeah, come behind the Kinessa because I knew that they were going to be roughly there. I could hear the sniper fire from that side. And I'm trying to look for the Charlene again, but then I spot that they've actually got the point, and that's quite bad for us. So I take out the totem, but then they've noticed me, and I'll try and get out there. But the Makoa hooks me in, able to teleport away. I don't teleport back in again this time because, yeah, it's a bit dangerous. But the point was struggling, and I wanted to put my ulti down. So I put my ulti down, blinked away, but there was a big problem because there was a Sky ultimate about to go off, but I was able to use the ice block, and that saves me because you're invulnerable whilst in the ice block, so I didn't take any of the damage. But there was a lot of damage coming out from the Kinessa and the other sniper when I was on the point. So I might have made a mistake actually coming onto the point and being so static really. It might have been better just keeping on harassing the two Charlene and the Kinessa, because I'm basically taking 2 players out of the game if I do that. So I come out again. I took Cauterizer. Actually thinking about it now, probably wasn't the best idea. I wanted to use it for the Grok to stop any healing. Because I've got AoE damage, it means that I get it on everybody. So there, both of them were hit with the reduced healing. But thinking about it, I'm not on the point very often. I'm not firing into the big groups of them. I'm going after like individuals. So whether or not that was a good choice, I'm not entirely sure. You might think otherwise next time. I probably didn't really need an aggressive buff this time around. I might have just been better waiting for Haven 3, or maybe even reducing my cooldowns a little bit and getting some Chronos. And again, I've come to the point, but this was a bit of a mistake, and this is where I use the tactic of going straight up in the when you're on your broom, or well, not your broom, it's actually your weapon, and you fly up. And here, actually, there's some pretty cool stuff, because I get to the side and I blink up and blink back again to heal. And then I'm just going to fly up, try and get the Kinessa if I can. They're in the same spot, they're not moving. There isn't actually many places to snipe, so you always roughly know where the snipers are going to be. And I've come up top to try and stop anyone from getting through, but the Makara has already got through. Actually here, like, I'm in a lot of trouble, but I've stopped 2 people from going onto the point, so it's done a lot. And I try and fly away, getting away any way possible. I know this guy's going to probably come after me. I jump across again, blink back, to completely confuse them. And I was just shooting randomly at the floor there, around the smoke, and I was able to kill the Sky there. And again, I'm not staying in one spot at all. I'm out of there. I'm not staying in that room because somebody's going to come looking for me. And I can see a Charlene's shadow on that bridge, but they've gone by the time I get up there. A wounded Grok goes past me, and I'm able to take them out. You see, as well, I was taking out the totems all the time, so it didn't really matter about having the cauterized, but there, I'm just caught out. I'm actually lagging a little bit, if you've noticed on the screen. I was struggling a bit with a bit of a jitter. I think my internet's really rubbish, by the way. I live in the countryside in the middle of nowhere, so we have fibre broadband, but it's that far away from the cabinet that it gets a bit silly. And here, again, I lagged off of the bridge. That was like, well. And this time as well, I made a mistake because I jumped into the ultimate. I should have just blinked away, but I panicked and hit the F ability instead to fly away. But then here, I blinked out, I healed a bit, and I was like, screw it, I think you could take this Kinessa on 1v1 and queued back, teleported back. That was actually a bad idea. In normal play, I probably wouldn't have done that. And here, blinked down into the point. I was lagging a bit, so I didn't hit my E as quick as I would like to. Normally, I would have hit it straight away and then got out of there. But I lingered more than what I'd bargained for, really. And then basically just harassing, trying to get that point through, and it was a victory. And this is one of those ones where you are so annoying as the Evie that you're just harassing the team. And somehow their Kinessa got the top play. I don't know how, seeing as they were pinned down most of the time, but here it is. This is their top play. I don't know whether they get us. I think this is when we blink back across into that little space because the ulti went off when we were using that. But they did hit me, actually. Yeah, and I came around and killed them in the end there. That's pretty cool. Actually, that was an awesome top play. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, so we've got best flank. We look at the scores. Our damage doesn't actually highlight how well we did. Well, most of the game we did. The rest of the team, hats off to them. They all did very well. There's a lot of damage being put out. And compared to the enemy team, if you look at the kills to deaths, there was a lot of kills and deaths. I got chests, so I'll open that up. But yeah, this was Evie, and I hope that it's been helpful. Maybe some tips that you've picked up on, or something that you found interesting that I've shown in the video. Will you be trying out Evie, or will you be trying out the build I was using, the Flicker build? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Is there somebody you'd like to see in a full match commentary? In the future I want to be making an Androxus guide, because I'm having a lot of fun with them at the moment, and an item guide as well very soon. And maybe the most fun heroes I've had at the moment, like a list. But yeah, a few videos on the way, and I'm also downloading the PlanetSide 2 PTS to see all the new changes, and I'm doing a 4-year anniversary video tomorrow, so that's all fun. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the subscribe button to stick around and see more of my content, and like or dislike as you see fit. Yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Until next time everybody, Joshino.